Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Many men want a dime, but quite frankly, are scared to talk to them. And you know what? This was inspired by a conversation I had with a private group I always talk with on Thursdays. And like I've mentioned them before. And don't try to get in. Don't try to get in. It's a private group. And one of them had been a photographer. And he had said that. I mean, photographer of beautiful model type of women. And I had heard that before from a friend of a friend who was a photographer. And remember, out of one of my 1,000 jobs, I worked with this modeling company for a minute. Yeah, I probably did have literally 1,000 jobs. And I'm gonna tell you something I've noticed. You get all these guys out here, they want supermodel of the world, want that real fine woman. But if you were to present them with that fine woman, or they had a chance to talk to her, they'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Mouth be dripping, wouldn't know what to say, and stuff like that. Where you going, man? I thought he was going right here. Anyway, hold up for a second. Y'all know the deal on Fridays. I gotta get out that cash. Ron gotta get out that cash, so it'll be, you know how it is. It'll be a minute for me, a few seconds for y'all. You know, because, like I said before, I can't let somebody slick be trying to listen. They be trying to listen. You just say, hey, what's this code? Be trying to figure out shit. Anyway, hold up. I get back with y'all. All right, y'all. Got my money out. You know, on Fridays, I got to get out cash. Don't worry about why. Don't worry about why. Now, I know some Bama, hold up. I know some Bama be trying to figure out some nefarious ass shit. Nah, bro, I'm just private about something. Sometimes I need to carry cash on me. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, and I could get the cash out any day. I don't even have to do it. But made it part of this show. Try to do all my stuff at one time. Oh, man. The sun is always up at a certain level at this time of morning. Anyway, you get a lot of guys say they want a beautiful woman, but they scared. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it a buck. They scared. They nervous. They whatever. Like, they can talk to those women who are 3, 4s, and 5s. Heck, even some of those dogs, even some of those guys who players, they can say whatever. Remember, I said when I was working on this one job, there was this dude, he could talk to any woman, he could say whatever. But he get around this one young girl who was fine as shit, prettier than a motherfucker, fine. Had that progression. Let me do the full progression for y'all. She had that face card, nice hair, nice breasts, snatch waist, nice butt dunk, nice hips. She had those fat thighs, which saved lives. Nice calves. I mean, head to toe. Man, she was fine. You know, I remember, like, one time, she flirted with Ron. I remember we were at this, because we were working in this government office, and I remember we had a picnic, and they had to go to Haynes Point. People in D.C. know what I'm talking about. And hold some, just sit there and, like, hold this piece of picnic land, right? So I was sitting there, you know, Ron took off his shirt. I was younger then. I was only, in my early 30s. Had that body. Took off my shirt, just waiting, because it was hot out there joint. And I remember a crew of them got there, including her. I was about to put the shirt back on, and this fine young lady talking about, nah, leave that shirt off. I was like, yeah. Anyway, right? One of the things that many guys have a problem with, they just scared to talk, not even just talk to women, but It's amazing. You get some guys, shoot, they can chat up those fives, those average at best women. Shoot, they can shoot whatever, be player. But then when they get around that 8 to 10 range, they ain't saying anything. And I think, I think that's ironic because you got a lot of these guys, they can't even talk to those 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Shoot, be on there talking about, I only want that 8. If you put an 8 right in front of them, an 8 to 10, one of those fine women, even finer, like those 9s, and for those fools who say they ain't really any 10s, man, come on, man. Dudes, y'all know what I'm talking about. Very attractive women. They scared to say anything to them. They scared to say anything. Because if you actually met some of those women, you actually been in some industry with those women, those model types, or actually dealt with them, they'll tell you straight up. They'll tell you straight up. Shoot. I've been out with a couple women who placed in beauty contests, and I remember one of them, and she actually said, she like me because I ain't give a fuck. I ain't give a fuck. We cut up, but she was one of the first women to say guys scared to talk to her. Guys scared to approach her. Yeah, they check her out. They check her out and everything. But checking her out and actually talking to her are two different things. In fact, I had said before, women like that will tend to have low counts. And the reason why is a lot of guys might check them out, might look at them, but that don't mean they sleep with every guy. How are these women going to have a higher count or really get down if guys scared to talk to them? And yeah, they hitting on them, and you get some guys hitting on them. And usually when they hitting on them in some corny ass way. They ain't just talking to them. Because, here's a secret. You see some of those very beautiful women, ain't for the brain. Ain't for the brain. Don't be like how beautiful. They've been hearing that since they've been little. They've been hearing that from some lecherous ass uncles since they were little. Since they first hit puberty. I ain't talking about some swans either. They used to guys creeping and shit. But then some other guys who act like that they want these women, talking about, they gotta be fine, scared to talk to them. If you were a lot of these guys, if you were to present some of these women to them, they wouldn't say anything. In fact, and the ones that do, they be on some creepy shit or talking about let's try to put them down or something. It's man, you don't do all that. You see that beautiful woman, man, you just talk to them. I remember when I was at American University, driving up there, and there's this real very attractive woman that I know. She was actually in one of my classes. Real attractive. She was walking, and I just gave her a ride, and she said she had trouble with this shuttle driver. And I was like, whatever. And I remember she held my hand, but not in a romantic way. She just grabbed my hand, just happy. I was just treating her like normal. See, that's the one thing. If you run into women like that, right? You don't have to hit them with any rap. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just talk to them. Like I said, aim for the brain. Find out what they're about. I've said several times, one of the women that supported my writing, she was into UFOs. We on a date, she talking about UFOs and shit. And even now, I saw she in her 50s now, still fine. One of those, she ain't hitting no wall. When she got close to that wall, skipped over. In fact, the wall wasn't even in her way. One of those types. She into UFOs. You wanted to hit her. In fact, some of the stuff we used to go to be some of those science fiction type of movies. She that type you could take with you to a sci-fi con. And shoot, I remember another very beautiful woman. Shoot, you had to talk politics with her. You had that. Me and her would talk about either local politics, because that's back when Marion Barry, DC mayor for life, People know about him. Yeah, we knew he was on some scuzzy shit, but we ain't give a fuck. He took care of business. One of those old school political bosses. But we would talk about anything from him to like what's happening globally. And she was pretty as shit. She was fine as shit. That's the key. But see, here's the issue. You get a lot of guys, they see that beautiful woman and they make assumptions. They put her on a pedestal. They act scared. I'm like, what the fuck you scared? Just because she got good genetics and shit, you just don't know. And really, you don't know how she really getting down until you say something. Because like I've said several times, I know 3 women, very, very attractive, but they lesbians. And I remember one of them, we used to like joke with each other because she would have guys just taking her all over the place and trying to get with her. I was like, they don't know that you ain't down for them. And she'd be like, shh, don't tell them. They be driving her all over the place, doing all this shit for her. We would joke for them. We had a joke between us. We'd be stomping them back into the friend zone. But that's the whole thing when you're dealing with some beautiful woman. Don't get past their genetics. They have it great. Don't put them on that pedestal. Just talk to them, see what's up with them. You know, and the best thing for them, like I know some dudes say, what line do I say to them? Say hi. I'm gonna tell you what, that's a lot of times when you see like one of those very beautiful women, and she might be with one of those average guys. A lot of times he just was in a position where he could just talk to her. That's really all it is. He wasn't scared of her. He wasn't putting her on a pedestal. But see, a lot of guys scared. And scared of what? You scared of rejection? If she reject you, well, whatever. It's better that you like approach or talk to a beautiful, like that woman who like got that progression, got you saying, damn, making you ugly and shit, making you look ugly, as Eddie Murphy used to say. Shoot. Because you might not see that again. You see that beautiful, because let's be real. First of all, women that beautiful, you ain't going to see them every day. Anybody who say they see them every day, in fact, if you even get in the comments, oh, I see beautiful women like that every day. Where, motherfucker? I ain't talking about like some 7s that some motherfuckers say is beautiful. I'll be like, I want to know where you live, what city you live in, who you hang out with. Now, unless you around a bunch of models or something like that, boom. In fact, some guys will say that shit, and you start asking some questions. Are they cool with you? Whatever. That's the shit. I've known some 100 octanes, and trust me, one I was on a date with one, man. I ain't gonna lie, she got on my nerves, cause like I said, you head for the brain. And I remember the movie we went to see, cause I ain't even, I wasn't in a big hurry to go out with her. Just didn't have time. You deal with enough women, boom. Like I said, I used to work for a modeling company and been around like some beautiful women and shit. And even that wasn't every day. Come on now. Some dudes up here be trying to act like they running into them all the time. And I've seen dudes like this too. They'll talk that shit like in the real world. They'll talk that shit, but then if there's an attractive woman in the area or something, you find out what's up. You find out some dudes be talking shit like, yeah, I can get her. I was like, yeah. And it's kind of like I was saying the other day. You get a bunch of dudes still gonna try to holler at them, but not in a good way. Like usually some creepy way of leading with their wallet, doing something. But they ain't talking to them normal. They trying to come with some line, which these young women, they done seen since they were little. Best way to deal with them is just talk to them. Be friendly to them. Just talk to them normal too. Don't hit them with something. Don't tell them how beautiful they are. Because they've been hearing that. They'll roll their eyes. Shoot, if you at a club or something, eat your buffalo wings and shit. And just be bold. Like, I remember this club used to go to, Zanzibar. Not when it was on the waterfront, but when it was over there by the White House. Some old heads in D.C. might remember. And I remember there was this young woman in there. She was fine as shit. She looked just like Angela Bassett's twin sister. And Angela Bassett, I ain't gonna lie, Angela Bassett might have me like looking at thinking about my wallet, somebody like that, and thinking about taking it out. Not taking it out, just thinking about it and shit. I saw her, I was just like, hey, just walked right up to her and stuff. Found out later that dude next to her that she called a friend of hers, they come in the next week holding hands. I was like, yeah, anyway. You know, you just gotta be just chill with them. That's the way to deal with it. Just chill with them, just talk to them. Find out what's up. Like, ignore their beauty. Ignore it. And when I say ignore it, don't put it on a pedestal. Do not put it on a pedestal. Because, yeah, they got great genetics, but find out what's on their mind. Find out what's going on with them. You know? Find out what they like to talk about. Because one thing I found with those beautiful women, that's who they really like. Like, I was going to get into, like, why those average-looking men, you might see them walking around, and no, it ain't always money. Some dudes thinking it's money. Sometimes it might be just some dude they work with or around them. That dude just wasn't afraid to talk to him. He was just in a position to talk to him. Like, especially if you on a job or something and you see some of these beautiful women. And I'm going to tell you what, maybe I ran into too many. I learned not to be pressed about it. I think that's me. Like I said, my grandmother, rest her soul, was in her 60s. She could pass for somebody in her 30s when she was in her 60s. And my mother, rest her soul, she had been a model in the 50s. You know, segregated 50s. She was a paid model in the 50s. So beauty don't faze me. And then I got some cousins and stuff. They in their 50s. They can easily go for their 30s. So beauty don't even faze me. And like when you run into those beautiful women, you just be like, whatever. Well, just talk to them. Okay, they beautiful. You fine. And they already know why you approach them anyway. I mean, just talk to them. And you don't have to be like, oh, you beautiful and stuff. They done heard that all the time. They done heard that from guys they consider creeps. They done heard that from creepy uncles and shit. They done heard that. You don't hit them that way. You just walk up to them, hey, how you doing? They already figured out, okay, he coming over. Let me see what he talking about. And talk normal, be cool. Don't have that nervousness. I mean, if she reject you, she reject you. Don't worry about it. If she reject you, just be like, okay, you have a nice day then. You know? Be cool about it. Because sometimes when beautiful women like that do reject somebody who is going to approach them, you know, the guys be like, well, I ain't want you anyway. It'd be like my cousin, rest her soul. Because my cousin, if they had IG back in the day, she wouldn't even have to like put on a swimsuit or something. She was about 5'9", 5'10", real beautiful, man, real beautiful. And dude, she be walking, some dudes be trying to holler at her, and she ain't trying to holler, and she be like, well, why you talk to me then? Well, she tear into him. It's like she would tear into somebody trying to tear into her or trying to like put her down. I was like, don't have that mindset. Just talk to them, because a lot of they not getting it a lot. So like you run into that woman, she real beautiful, real pretty. Just talk to her, find out what's up. Like read like if she wearing a message shirt, talk about that. Do something. Like I said, she already figured out you trying to holler at her. Just how you approach, be cool. And don't worry about some fear to get off of all of that shit. Get off of all of that. Don't worry about that. Just go up and worst, like I say, the worst she can do is reject you. Like if she real beautiful or something, it's like, okay. Don't be one of those dudes be like, I wish I said something to her. No, don't. You don't even need to do all that shit. You don't even need to do all that shit. Yeah. Wait a minute. About that. Just be chill. Just be chill. Don't have that fear in your heart. Don't be nervous. They fine. Because you never know. You just never know. They get mad at you. Well, I'm thinking something else. Sorry. I was thinking something else. But no, she, don't be scared of her. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Don't be scared. They're human beings. They fight like you do. If they reach puberty, they bleed 5 times a month without dying, just like any woman. They got working vaginas. Just talk to them. Just say, hey, what's up? Don't worry about it. In fact, think about it like this. Here's how you approach it. Think more in terms of not her rejecting you, but her having those like nice old legs wrapped around your back. Make that more important than anything else she's saying or she doing or any fear that you have in your heart. Wait a minute, let me pull in here. So, yeah, you don't have that fear. Get over that fear. If you really want that beautiful woman, shoot, just go for it. Even when you approach them on the street. Because even then, you don't know. Because like I always say, you never know when that woman might be checking you out. Because they like who they like. I never forget this beautiful woman, very beautiful woman, when I was at America. She was checking out this guy. And this guy would now be considered like an incel. You don't know what they like. So, you just go ahead and do your thing. So, anyway. Just, just do your thing. Don't have that fear. Get over that fear. Thinking more in terms of having their legs wrapped around you than any fear, all right? They're human. Find out what's on their head. Aim for the brain. You want to see the body drop? Aim for the brain. Very simple, all right? Very simple. Don't be that type thinking about, oh, damn, I wish I had talked to her or scared of her. Like, she ain't holding a gun to her, is she? She ain't gonna bite unless she wanted to. Shit. So anyway, though. Yeah, it's Friday. I know I don't do car videos on the weekends. Like I always say, if you trying to become more a sovereign man, check out my sovereign man videos tomorrow. My inspirational stuff on Sundays. And I get deeper when I get on my Patreon. I just go deep. Quick and deep. I don't be doing no 20-minute, 30-minute videos or podcast on Patreon. Like quick and to the point. But I be giving y'all some game. Shoot. Because let's just be real with it. I know y'all motherfuckers want some pussy. Okay? Let's just be real. And if you don't, you one of those dudes like, I ain't for it, get the fuck off the channel. Stop playing. Look, let me just say this. One of the things any man has to do is be realistic about what he wants. All right? Just be realistic, okay? So anyway, though, that's all I have. Let me see. Yeah, that ain't my buddy. I ain't seen my buddy in a while. I ain't seen my buddy in a while up here. Yeah, I hope she ain't dip out. Yeah, because she from Venezuela. Man, they got some fat asses down in Venezuela. Shit. I'm like, shit, don't bomb the place. Go down there and just try to get some pussy. Shit. Anyway, look, man. That's all I got for today. And I'll get back with y'all. Get back with y'all next week. Car video run. Yeah, check out my other stuff. Anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.